Hi and welcome back to the studio, and we're once again I'm honored to be with Chef Julian Ranz from Valladolid, Spain. And actually, ¿cómo se llama el pueblo?
Pedrajas de San Esteban.
Pedrajas de San Esteban, Saint Stephen, Stones of Saint Stephen, basically the translation, which is about 30 minutes away from Valladolid, which is a lovely, lovely city, and that's where we go every year with the students to take our cooking classes. All of our friends in Spain have a home here because they've been very, very, very good to me, very good to our students, and I think we have a really strong relationship that's going to last a lifetime. We're really excited to be able to bring our students into that area, and of course have Julian with us, as well as other chefs that have expressed an interest. We'd like to see this become a rotational piece. And so, those of you out there that would like to be involved in this, to come by and talk to our chefs as we bring them by, to get involved in the conversation about cooking and global ideas, and really the world's a small place because of the computer now, and so you can have conversation with people all over the world instantaneously through emails and chat and Skype. So we're going to go on to the next recipe now, and this is going to be really something simple, fun, and easy to get the kids involved in, chocolate on the weekends. And basically what Chef's done is he has some chocolate in the microwave right now, and we're going to talk about tempering. So, Chef?
Bueno, lo que vamos a hacer en castellano es piruletas de chocolate.
Piruletas de chocolate, so pirouettes, chocolate pirouettes, but they're actually, we call them lollipops.
Aquí tenemos un chocolate del 70% de México que hemos estado fundiendo poco a poco en el microondas, ¿vale?
Okay, so this is a Mexican chocolate, 70% butterfat content, so it's very rich.
Lo tenemos a 45 grados y vamos a hacer lo que es el proceso del atemperado. Vamos a tirar 3/4 partes de la mezcla y enfriarlas en el mármol hasta una temperatura de unos 28 grados. Y luego cuando mezclemos con el resto del chocolate tendremos la temperatura 29-31 grados final, ¿vale?
So the whole point of this process is that we've gotten a nice chocolate, and you can use any chocolate that you want to, but the whole idea behind tempering is to bring it to the correct temperature. It's warm when it comes out of the microwave, or you've used a double boiler, but actually the microwave, and that's the only reason I use my microwave aside from heating up coffee in the morning. And if you're at home and you've got a stainless steel countertop or you've got a marble countertop that's cool, the whole idea now is to move the chocolate around on that tabletop or cutting board.
Vamos a trabajar, ¿vale?
So we're going to work with this. We're just working it back and forth. And he's not going to use the thermometer because he's an expert at this, and he talks about the various temperatures that you need to get it to, but he talks about actually understanding where it is at the point in time that it needs to be to form the lollipops.
Con el atemperado lo que vamos a conseguir es que todos los cristales de la manteca de cacao tengan el mismo punto para que se cristalicen.
Okay.
Y después el chocolate, cuando se enfríe, nos va a quedar crujiente, brillante,
okay,
y no se va a deshacer en las manos.
So this is also going to help it become very bright and glistening, and to have a textural feel to it that's the rich and creaminess of it. And so it's important to do this step. A lot of us just melt the chocolate and go to the next step. But if you were to try to do this, basically we're doing lollipops, and you'll see the idea once we put it together. But if you were to actually just pour the hot chocolate into the pastry bag, it's going to come out soft, and it's just going to roll. It's just going to pour.
Si no tenemos termómetro, una forma de medir la temperatura es con el labio.
Okay. So you can use your lip. If you don't have a thermometer, you can just bring it up to your lip, and you just want it to be warm. Tibio, ¿no?
Cuando nos dé la sensación de que empieza a estar frío el labio, el chocolate en el labio, es cuando el chocolate estará bien atemperado.
Okay, so actually, a little less than warm. Tepid. Tepid is the word that I would use. When you feel that on your, and again, that's a technique that's been around forever. That's the same technique that you see the old pastry chefs doing. Just to get it, and you can see how it's starting to thicken up. If you look at the chocolate itself, it's starting to thicken up. And this is something you see pastry chefs doing across the globe. And plus it's fun to get the kids involved because they can do this. Have the kids with you. So you see it's getting really bright, it's thickening up, it's smooth.
Bueno, pues ya prácticamente tenemos el chocolate. Es un chocolate muy espeso.
So it's a very thick chocolate to begin with. Okay. So you see how quickly it kind of went to the south? In other words, now it got too thick, too fast. So we're going to incorporate it back into the warm chocolate. Because this is one of, what's great is this doesn't go to waste. You can, if it doesn't do what you want it to do, you bring it back where you want it to be. Or you get a spoon, one or the other. A couple of loaves of bread, and a knife. So you see, we're just going to put it back in and let it remelt. So again, it's something that you work with in every chocolate. You know, if you've got a Swiss chocolate you're working with, a Belgian chocolate, you know, if you're doing Hershey's chocolate, I mean, they're all going to have different. I tend to think that, you know, the American chocolates will seize up quickly, especially if you get any water in there too. So you have to work quickly.
Está un pelín caliente. Lo que vamos a hacer es, voy a tirar las piruletas y tenemos que apoyarnos con el frío, que no se suele hacer nunca, pero para secarlas luego lo hacemos.
So we'll go ahead and work with this. I think this is going to be okay for us. So it's tempered. Now we've talked again. There's that word tempered chocolate. It's the temperature that you want it to be in. And he's going to come back, and he's just going to, the small pastry bag. And again, go back and get your plastic pastry bag so you can put a little bit more in there. Okay. You know, this is to me probably a little bit tedious for the home cook. You know, but again, this is something that you see in Europe. It's the small paper cones that they use parchment paper for, and he just creates a little hole.
Pipas peladas. Pimienta rosa,
yep.
Cacahuete.
And again, we've got sunflower seeds, or actually pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. We've got red peppercorns, which it's not really a peppercorn. It comes from a rose bush from Brazil. Okay, and it's really rather sweet as opposed to spicy. A little bit of heat to it. But you see, basically, he's just pouring the chocolate out in any way that he wants to, and he tries to be circular to mimic a lollipop. Okay. You can use dried fruit, fresh fruit, any kind of nut. And I like the red peppercorns. I mean, they're a great garnish for so many dishes, but, you know, in the chocolate piece, too, I just think it's a great combination. Because, you know, there's a lot of chocolates. If you look at Lindt chocolates locally, I mean, that's a Swiss chocolate company, but you can find them here locally. They have the chocolate and chili, the jalapeno and chili, the red pepper and chili, and it works really well together. Again, this is not super spicy.
Ahora hay que tener cuidado con la sal, ya que, bueno,
he likes to use sea salt or kosher salt in celebration of Ethan. You know, that's something that we pull out a lot. And just be careful how much you use.
El cacahuete como pesa, habrá que también que nivelarlo y no poner mucho para que no nos parta la piruleta.
Okay.
Y la pimienta también para no pasarnos, sino...
So you don't want to make it heavy, okay? And again, you've got to look at the structure. You've got to do some architecture here, right? You want to go in and look at how much chocolate you've actually got on there. And then, I mean, you don't want to put like a 10-pound nugget on there, so it's going to break right? So small, and again, it's about structure, it's about textures, it's about small bits and pieces, kind of coming together. And that you know, the other dessert that he did, I thought was fantastic, incredible, simple. So again, you know, go back to Walmart and pick up the plastic bags. See, real quick. Very relaxed, just kind of, and you can see how things are starting to come together. When the chocolate starts to firm up, it has a sheen to it. You can tell right away. And again, when you do these things, when you're actually cooking, we talk about that time and time again, you know, get in the kitchen and cook. You know, use the videos, go online and see all the different chef shows and the different techniques and the recipes that you can find, and start playing. You're going to have fun with this. And come up with your own combinations of things. So some peanuts, pistachios would be nice. I love pistachios. Okay, and so you can also, you don't have to make the little, the nice little design here. You can just pour the chocolate out. It's going to be firmer. You're going to add more product to it, ingredients, different ingredients, and it's more stable, in other words. And there was absolutely nothing to pour in the chocolate on top of that. You just make a round. So, I mean, that's another way to... Sí, siempre está enojado, no sé por qué. Estoy tratándole como mi hermano, pero... Yeah. That's nice. So I'm not going to have any. I already had some in the back. You know, yeah, you know. Right, okay. Now this is excellent. A little bit of salt on it. The chocolate is incredible. You know, and this is so easy. You can do it. I mean, it's a fun thing with the kids. Again, get the kids in the kitchen, talk about cooking. You know, speak a little Spanish, speak a little French. Just do something different. Try to think about all the things we have to compete against, and how important it is to open your mind up a little bit to new ideas and to travel to places that you've only imagined about going. I mean, now we can. I mean, this is a great opportunity for you guys to come and visit. You know, Julian will be back. There's Chef Miguel. You know, we certainly want him to come and visit, and we certainly love for you to go with us to Europe as well. So, Julian, muchas gracias. Otra vez, es un placer. It's a pleasure to have him, and thank you for joining us.